Hi, my name is Garrett Tyler, and in my presentation, I will be talking about the history and the motivations behind the Holocaust and the Irish Republican Army, or the IRA, and how they justified their actions. The actions taken by the IRA and the Nazis inflicted terror upon the people they surrounded, and though they ended up committing inhumane acts, people in both events thought that what they were doing was right. By having a mindset that allowed the Nazis to dehumanize their prisoners and the IRA using violence to get points across, they both demonstrate extreme acts of terrorism. The IRA used fear and violence to demonstrate their displeasure to the British when Ireland conjoined with the United Kingdom. The Nazis that partook in planning and carrying out the horrendous acts of the Holocaust used fear tactics and put Jews, homosexuals, and basically anyone else that disagreed with Germans' ideologies in concentration camps. These two events, regardless, used inhumane ways to justify their cause, and because of it, innocent people died. The IRA was founded in 1916 as a part of the Irish Rebellion called Easter Rising. Irish leaders such as Patrick Pearse, Eamon de Valera, and Michael Collins were some of the co-founders of the army. The IRA was mainly founded to oppose British rule in Ireland using armed forces and to found an independent republic. The IRA was backed by Sinn Féin, which was the Irish Nationalist Party. Through violence and the use of armed forces, they sought to remove British by all means. This included murders by using guerrilla tactics such as ambushes, raids, and sabotage to force the British government to negotiate. Some of the people in Northern Ireland were upset because the British occupying Ireland were intruding on their land, and thus the IRA was formed. They strictly targeted British troops and officials, going to extreme lengths to assassinate who they could, when they could. This included car bombs, assault rifles, and planned attacks on their enemies. The motives behind the IRA were pretty black and white. After the withdrawal of Ireland from the British in 1949, the IRA turned its attention to trying to unify the Catholic Irish Republic with Protestant Northern Ireland. This led to conflict between the Northern Protestants and the Southern Catholics. Due to conflict regarding the use of violence led to a split in the IRA. Following a Sinn Féin conference in Dublin in December of 1969, the IRA divided into two wings, the official and the provisional. Although both factions were committed to a united socialist Irish Republic, the officials preferred parliamentary tactics and believed that violence, specifically terrorism, was a necessary part of the struggle to rid Ireland of the British. They justified killing British troops by saying that it was for Ireland's independence, while also killing their own Irish citizens. When the British government would invite the Provisional IRA to negotiate, the IRA would bring up the unification of Northern Ireland with the Republic and refuse to consider anything else. When no ground was reached by either side, the IRA detonated 26 no-warning bombs in Belfast within 40 minutes on July 21, 1972, killing 11 people and injuring 130. This event was known as Bloody Friday. This is not the way to negotiate, killing and injuring hundreds every time they didn't get their way. Though in their minds, the IRA is scot-free and justified, and when they kill their own citizens, do they really have the people's best interests in mind? The exact date for when the Holocaust started is still undetermined in history, but one of the events that started the moving of Jews and other people into concentration camps was Kristallnacht. This took place on November 9th through 10th, 1938, and during those 2 days, German soldiers trashed and destroyed Jewish homes and businesses, classifying who was Jewish and who wasn't. At least 91 Jews were killed during this rampage, and 30,000 were arrested and put in concentration camps. Over 900 Jewish synagogues and 7,000 Jewish businesses were severely damaged or destroyed. After Kristallnacht, the Germans went on to identify Jewish people by enforcing a rule to have the Star of David on outside of all the clothing they wore. Kristallnacht put forward the Nazi policy to abolish rights for Jews, such as the removal of human rights, legal rights, and economic boycotts, which turned into physical violence, including murder. Jews from 1939 until 1945 were put in concentration camps where they would be either worked until near death or put in what they were told to be showers, which would release poisonous gas to kill them. Under Hitler's power, the German army, the SS, and the Gestapo were in to kill them. Under Hitler's power,